Well, this is the reason why we haven't been using the RV much lately, is because, as you remember, when we went to the Outer Banks, the AC went out.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know if this is some kind of condensation or if rain's coming through, but we have never dealt with this before.
Huh. Well, we talked about that. Okay.
And so we've been waiting on a new AC to come. It finally got here today. Even though it went to my neighbor's house, I had to go down with a hand truck and bring it up here. Apparently they can't tell the difference between an 11 and a 7. So anyway, they got here. It finally got here. And now I've got to take the old one off and put the new one on. How many of y'all remember when I installed that? That thing still works really well. Okay, I just took the cover off. Man, this thing's dirty. Look at all that around there. I gotta take this thing off, put the new one on. Okay, I got these 4 bolts in here I gotta take out right there. There's another one. I'm gonna take these out and that should loosen that. Yeah, I want you to look now that that's there. The bolts are out. There we go. See, it's coming right off. Well, the package finally got here. FedEx lost it and then found it. And then they delivered it to the wrong address. And now it finally got here. I had to go down to my neighbor's house and bring it up here with a hand truck. But this is our new AC unit. It's Coleman Mark Q, sorry. This is when everything came to a screeching halt. As I lifted up the unit, it became very obvious that this thing had been dropped. The frame was completely bent out of shape. It wouldn't lay flat. And we're trying to work something out with Camping World to make an exchange. FedEx really dropped the ball on this one. I knew we were expecting rain for the next day, so I screwed in the bolts from the old unit and sealed it up so that it wouldn't leak. Well, I'm putting the old bolts back in because just in case it rains. This is very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. I just got off the phone with Camping World. They might be willing to exchange it for another unit that's a little bit different. But if they have to order this one, it's going to take an entire month for us to get it. So I'm probably going to go ahead and exchange it for the other one. The other one is not as quiet, but everything else is the same. All right, I've got this thing loaded up and I'm ready to head to Camping World. Okay, update on the air conditioner. After spending a day going back and forth with Camping World and FedEx and seeing what the options are, I was given 3 options. One, I could return it and get my money back. However, there's no other AC units like this that are available right now. So if I returned it, I would be without an air conditioner for over a month. The same thing is true with exchanging it. I could exchange it for a different model but the models that are available are going to cost more, which means I would have to fork out extra money. And I don't have the money to do that right now. So it's either go without air conditioning for over a month, pay more money, or keep what I've got. And after a lot of discussion, we decided to just keep what we got. It's got some dents and scratches in it. I can live with that, but at least now we've got air conditioning. So that's what we're going to do, and it's time to install this thing. Okay, this box, this is what the unit plugs into, but it is attached to the unit by 2 wing nuts that are on each side. You need to take those wing nuts off and remove that box before you take out the old air conditioner, because that's attached to the unit. So before you take that out, you got to undo this box. Now the cord with this green netting around it, that's what plugs into your thermostat controls and everything from the unit. So this cord here is from the unit, but it plugs in to the box right there. But this box is attached to the unit. So make sure you undo that before you take out the old unit, otherwise you're going to rip out your cords. Okay, I want you to look at this piece of rubber right here. That is the gasket. This is all that keeps rain from coming into your camper. You need to make sure that the area that this is snug up against is clean, and that these bolts are nice and snug when you screw the new unit in. Otherwise, you're going to have leakage. All right, now that I've taken the bolts out, this thing is loose. As you can see, this is going to be my one and only chance to probably clean up around this gasket area. So I'm going to clean that up before I put the new one in. Okay, I set the new one right over the hole. I haven't screwed anything in yet. The old one's still over there. I've still got to get that one off. But I cleaned up around the gasket so that it would make a really good seal once I bolt it in. Lisa's helping me. She's holding the metal piece up while I bolt this thing back in.
Okay, my arms.
And the new unit is installed now. It looks really nice. The only place it got really scratched up and beat up is hidden underneath, so we're not going to worry about it. Now, for those of you that wonder how in the world I got that unit up to the top of the camper all by myself, I did something probably a little bit crazy. What I did was I set the unit on top of my truck. I had a blanket down so that nothing would get scratched. And then I climbed up on top of my truck and then set it on the roof of the camper. Then, to get the old unit down, I just slid the old unit down the ladder. And everything's done. Okay, some of you might be wondering why in the world I chose black over a white cover for the air conditioner. Well, the truth of the matter is they didn't have anything else. And since our theme is black and white anyway, it still matches the camper, so we went ahead and went with it. And here is the point of truth. I hear it. It's blowing. It's blowing good. I think our installation was a success. Did I make the right decision? Believe me, I wonder that myself. But I just couldn't risk not having air conditioning for our next trip. We're headed south. And I'm not going to tell you where we're headed to yet, but I will tell you this. It's going to involve rockets. Contact light.
Okay, engine stop. AGA at a descent. Host control, both auto, descent engine command override off. Engine arm off. 13 is in. We copy you down, Eagle. Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.